Let's read. Another Dick Mullen book that woefully misrepresents the nature of police work. In this one, our detective returns from a trip having successfully solved one case, only to embark on another. Does he finally face the taxing nature of his occupation? No! He doesn't even look like a normal officer of the law.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
So see on the cover?
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely.
Perhaps we can judge a book by its cover.
Are you really reading that, detective?
Alright. I really need to know who this Dick Mullen guy is.
Finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
The point is for the reader to feel like they're solving the crime along with Dick Mullen. A crude narrative convention, but no less effective for it.
Let's read.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite his
They didn't even make up like fake towns for it.
Mullen does as he's asked.
These are places we heard of.
Where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
Look, I can't judge.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
The cops released their prime murder suspect so we can find the real killer? Are you shitting me?
What's the matter, detective?
I know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on homicide investigations.
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature.
Okay, so Mullen didn't do it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneva.
Does she have double D's? Are we going to go all in on this theme? Now it's getting interesting. Keep reading.
Deneva reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel.
Dun-dun-dun.
Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Alright, tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But
That kind of takes the crypto off the crypto fash, but okay.
someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
I want to hear about the politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in.
I've heard that word a long
He
time.
does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Alright, what was that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneva. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Okay, let's get on with the story.
Diana Deneva comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon They're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips.
Not sure I'm happy with this, but maybe the story will turn it around.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says,
She did it, didn't she?
"By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. The name of the true killer. Always aim for the center of mass. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I've got some questions first.
What is it, detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close. What's the matter? Afraid you've been hacking up your friends' bodies in the night?
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Why is he like that?
Dick Mullen was made to crack skulls and solve cases. It's who he is.
At this rate, it's going to be time to deal with the pigs
And the tiger could
sooner
cease
rather
to
than
be a
later.
predator in the night. You're no tiger though, Harry. You're a man. It's your curse to have to choose. For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. From nowhere, you hear the screech of sneakers on a waxed floor, and you feel the burn of rope against your hands. Are these figments of some other life? You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Alright, why bother solving crimes if the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, detective?
Okay, maybe not. There are parts worth saving.
Like what?
Friends and family.
Do you even have those?
Got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him.
Aw.
But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
Alright, I don't have any more questions. I figured it all out.
Who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Love did the man. The politician's twat son?
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out. You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even...
We're actually never gonna know, are we?
Spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose.
Nice.
But your fingers aren't
You
quick.
motherfuckers.
They're gone. Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Ugh, now I'll never know.
Too bad, detective. If it's any consolation, the resolution is almost never very satisfying. And on that note, perhaps we should get back to making sense of our own case?
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
I like that it revises the description. Okay. The only other thing I can really think of is checking in with a cell. Now that we've mentioned that we've checked in with Everard. And maybe we talk to Everard again and tell him his boys weren't very forthcoming? I want to see if the pawn shop guy's got any angles we can follow that might lead to the gun. Like under conversations we've had already.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with it. I doubt it, but I can try. I do my best.
He doesn't know it. No one likes to see what you have to see every day. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone
Guns.
What? So the
Yeah, we
lieutenant
did that
shifts
before.
from one foot to another. Alert.
Oh, that didn't come up. Have people from Edward Claire's Union come here to track that gun.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Seems a little evasive, but okay.
Might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
True.
Sure, man.
Okay. Alright, so let me ask the second gun question again.
Hello. Let me... Sure thing.
Nope.
Sure, man.
Let's we talk to this person. Oh, that's the salesman. Never mind. Literally, he was sitting on top of the truck and not on some boxes. Okay. I guess we'll head back across the bridge for now. I don't know what I'm trying to tuck in there. Actually, we could also talk to the locals and see if they know anything about the pigs. And maybe warn them about the youth center.
He's going to calm down soon. I can feel it.
Nope.
The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't...
Nothing new there.
Good to see you, friend.
We never actually talked to him directly, did we?
Set up for you, buddy boy.
What are you talking about?
So what do you want?
Oh.
I've got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap.
Oh.
I've got Pilsner. Great deal.
Oh,
You
300.
won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
So I could have kept that soup. Oh well.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway. The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
Amphetamine?
Oh, by amphetamine, I mean speed.
And I thought by speed you mean amphetamine?
That's what I said.
Right, got it.
Good, good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the business venture you set up here.
The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor.
Oh, that's the 300.
Sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Alright. Alright, I'm already hooking for Kuno, I think.
Seriously? Are you?
I'm sorry, Kim. I just want to see what happens if I say it.
Fine.
The fresh entrepreneur has forgotten your presence, now trying to count a small number of coins in his hand.
50 in his palm. And the lieutenant is annoyed.
Oh. Why does the bottle of spirits call us 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Okay. Let him speak.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his pilsner and stares at you intensely.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Okay. Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
This is medicinal spirits, the good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Doctor's
I
office.
got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clod on the ground before you.
Stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
Goofy's gonna want those lemons. Alright. That's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of hell. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Have they no shame in taking money for a service they provide?
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers.
He gets an excited gleam in his eyes.
Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful
Oh! There's probably formaldehyde in that too.
pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Can I smell it first?
Yeah. Be careful. It's extremely flammable. 1 spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose,
Oof.
then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't.
I'll buy it, but I'm not drinking it.
You felt so alive.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
I think it'll prove useful. Yes,
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
absolutely.
Well done. You got it.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Son, you will not kill yourself with this. Not today. So we're going to store this as a sellable item.
Hell yeah.
Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
How much is that going to sell for? 6. That's still a profit. Hmm. Well, that was a fun aside. I'm pretty sure we're done with you. I think we're done with Abby.
Tequila sunset. Not that I can. That might be the case. Yes.
Okay. Wait, what was this? Hell yeah. Controller, don't be a dick. Fucking interact with him, damn it.
Time to call Abigail.
Sorry, what's your name?
Call Abigail.
I am on to report an official investigation. I demand you answer my questions.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk
Fair.
man. starts coughing a really
I
disgusting...
thought we did all of his options before, but...
He does not sound well at all.
Okay. Where am I? What is this place?
The man hiccups.
Don't call.
Slowly his head nods off to the side, and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
Little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Now we hadn't finished all the options with him. I guess I can see if the guy with his kid has any more stories, unless they already pieced out. Yeah, we'll check the church one more time. Oh. Now that we know about the phone out here, I thought we checked it earlier, though. Oh.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
We did the random number before. I think we picked over this section pretty well. Is this the old... I think this is the old fish market. Or we have to come back to. I mean, if not, it's not like time really passes all that much until you're actually interacting with stuff, so... I'm not too worried about it.
Good evening.
I'm going to shake this guy down for money. We already had the Feld discussion, so... Yeah, unless Gary decided to mysteriously reappear. Also, we never got, like, I haven't seen anywhere where I could look at the floorboards anywhere. Like the shack was telling me. Although we haven't spent the night there, so maybe that's an interaction there. I might pay for the room tonight just so I can get back into it tomorrow. Regardless. We're going to try and do karaoke tonight too, so maybe I can do that to kill time before we go deal with the pigs. Okay.
Oh, the god of dance is back! Goodbye, officer.
Forgot where the god of dance now. Alright, anything new down here? Or I think we logic garbed up before, but I think I might have been wearing something that takes away logic too. Alright, I still don't think it's gonna let us roll this, but...
Yes, what is it?
Okay, we still need to drop... Oh yeah, we still need to do the pale unknown thing. God damn it. Yeah, volition next. To try and clear the pale unknown thing. Alright. So I feel like for karaoke, our best split would be savoir-faire and drama? Okay. Or empathy, but I kind of like where I hate where this outfit's going, but it's ridiculous enough that I'm going to try it anyway. Oh, have we talked to Egg since we did all that other stuff?
Good morning, comrade!
Oh.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
Can you get this figurine?
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a...
Alright, well, yeah, we'll pay for one more night of the room to ensure we have access tomorrow. Although, again, I don't feel like I need it. Let's go consult Gart about karaoke. Kinda sad we didn't get to do it while the cryptozoologists were still there, but whatever. Maybe I'll just save and then make the decision on the other thing. Wait. Oh no, it's just the wall. Okay.
Can I help you?
Gart, I need to sing karaoke. Now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Okay. Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened to 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
Alright. I'm a real client. I paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
I have tapes.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really need his lame tracks.
Alright, it's alright. I have my own song with me. Give him the tape for Smallest Church in St. Sane.
The man in
That's
the
not
vest
saying.
and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just...
Let's do it.
The frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Alright. Let's go. This feels right. You belong here. It's time. I'm just making sure we have time for the whole song before an ad roll.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
It's supposed to be pallets, but okay.
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
We're good.
Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look, Kim, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Lieutenant steps away from the stage, ready for your performance. Look around the room.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles.
Oh, that might be a
okay,
thing against for the roll.
Even worse, You're sweating. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
Oh, we got +1 for dress code. That's cool. Put your lips against the microphone. Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
We lost 2, but we should have enough. I'm ready, Gart. Hit play.
The air is...
Hell yeah, that was almost a 12, too. Sick.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
You best believe I'm taking some screenshots during this.
I would often go there. To the tiny church there.
He's not much of a singer, but I love it.
The smallest church in San. Though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone.
Oh, the zoom is so fucking good.
None of this matters. No, none of this matters. At all.
Beautiful. Alright. Oh yeah, that was the reptilian brain voice.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you very much, asshole. You know what? Let's dedicate it to Kim. Why not? The RCM, please don't fire me.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile.
Aww.
Turning away.
Aw, the ship is real.
He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Finger pistols. Oh, yeah, workers of the world unite. Evening will come. We will sail the white sail. Workers of the world unite. Alright. Any follow-up on that?
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria is waiting for you to acknowledge that you recognize the song. Yeah, the church is actually my past. Let's go, life.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
He really does sound like he thinks it's a little cool.
Got the 20 real.
Not yet.
Then why are you wasting my time and yours?
Okay. Looks like we might have a point. Yeah, okay. Kim, I'm sorry, but I gotta pop a Perolidon to get enough volition here. Oh. Doesn't look like it took. Hold on. Still says 7. Okay, hope. There we go. Slurping. Alright, we're going to drop a point in volition. And that should get me past choice. Let me get some better clothes on for this. And okay, hope. This outfit, what the hell is this outfit? Alright, so conceptualization's the main thing. Or not conceptualization. Not logic. What the heck was it? It's not a spree. Volition. I don't think I have any volition clothes. Never mind. Oh, put on my empathy shoes. Keep the gloves. Neck, I do. Wait, yeah, where's the, oh, yeah, we have the volition bolo tie. That was the only thing. I think we'll wear the blue sunglasses, because why not? Black jeans again? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Where is the bolo tie? There it is. I kind of think it would be funny if it tinted the camera blue, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's go talk to Joyce. I might actually, let's check in with the kid real quick to see if I got anything for reading the book about the detective.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Oh, here we go. Little girl, help. My Dick Mullen book ripped before I could get to the end. Do you know what happens?
Which book was it, sir?
Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
Ah, fuck. Rest in peace. You can make your own ending. Alright, so we should be able to ask Kim to step away. There she is. Whenever it's like slightly dark, she kind of blends in with the rest of the boat, and I always miss her. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
More questions about reality?
In basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Well, Kim, please step away for a bit while we discuss the pail.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the ma'am alone for a second?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the pail?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes. What is the pail?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Okay, and what is an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one.
So it's suspended between something that isn't the ocean.
We have discovered 7.
Okay.
Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Alright. And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water, Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
And of course, we have to roll an ad before we find out what the Pale is like. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Also, like, I seem to be slideshowing a bit, but all right, let's continue learning about the Pale. So, what's the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Okay.
The negation of being.
The negation of...
Right. The negation of being.
She tightens her hood around her neck. It's cold outside. Is it... here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
Alright, 6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And point north there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Port.
I love the cosmology of this world. This is so cool.
Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
Alright. What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
There's a slippery article in there.
Is it the Pale or Pale?
Pale when it's particular, this territory of Pale. The Pale when it's Pale in its entirety.
Ah.
Once you've seen it, language balks at the difference.
Okay. If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to...
I love the I love all the inserts, but perceptions are some of my favorites.
We can even compress its latitude.
Well, electrochemistry can go fuck itself, but the rest are pretty good.
Shortening the path.
Okay.
But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Oh,
international standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
Fair enough.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger?
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia.
I have a name now.
I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class.
Oh.
I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Okay.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
Alright, are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Okay. What is entropinetic?
Entroponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entroponetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional
Oh, actually, yeah, we got some details in these.
no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended.
Ah.
Once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
Okay.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them...
Oh, so it's like spice navigation in Dune, kind of, sort of.
Then they don't.
If we do not, then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Alright, how much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...
What do you think, Detective?
It's growing. There's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate.
Uh-oh.
An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's gonna happen.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Seems like a metaphor for the climate.
I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Alright, let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Alright, it's disco, it'll end all life. Ooh, I like that continue to persist one. Alright, oh. I mean, if it was more clearly a climate thing, I would definitely be pushing for climate Stalin, but I would continue to persist at all as a testament to our faith in one another.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
Alright. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by, I promise.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can. even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
Some more reality lowdown before we go. Actually, you needn't have worried.
But I did. Anyway.
Huh?
Damn it, you're a grown man, the lieutenant thinks. Shouldn't have gotten protective hair.
Alright, some more reality lowdown before we go.
I'm happy to oblige.
Okay. I would need to dump into esprit de corps. But, man. Forget otherwise.
Glad to have been of assistance.
I mean, I'm kind of glad my handling of Kim hasn't been perfect. It's more human than anything else. You got the karaoke smile. It's all good.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
You must be mistaken. I'm a real radical.
Of course. A radical
Oh
centrist.
no. My communism rating's off the charts, bro.
Where 1,000 frequencies drown one another out. Sober thinking is a radical act. It's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Alright, how do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally.
Oh, fuck that.
Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren.
But that's also...
But that's no excuse.
Equally applicable to communism.
What rationality? What sang-froid? What benevolence? What a fucking joke.
Okay. Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
No.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
I mean, I kind of agree with that, but...
Post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Alright. Man, that sounds kind of seems fine. I still want to live for the present, though.
What you
Opt out.
is immaterial. The Kingdom of Conscience is coming, whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
Fuck off. Alright. Yeah, none of that shenanigans. Alright, okay, so we still got 2 hours before the pigs. Okay, I was right. Doing that cleared the pale thing. Let's logic up, baby. I've done it a few times already. I know we need the goofy-looking jacket, not that. The weird stripy one. Yeah, the flip-up glasses. Any things to try? Oh, I need to put that away. Oh. No more drugs for me. Alright, we have nothing breaking logic, so... Let's party. Honestly, this fit kind of whips. It's time. Wait, yeah, stay on here. But yeah, we could probably do the hypothesizing. Then hopefully that'll take us... it shouldn't take us 2 hours. If it does, then so be it. But... Nope. Sewer grate. Gateway to a river of filth. I think I have some Inland Empire stuff on that's bringing that stuff up. Whatever, I get experience for every bubble, so... Alright. And then what were we dumping into next? Because if I could do this, if I can make this roll without spending on logic, then I can get back to, I guess, perception. Or shivers. Are the ones I'm vibing with. Okay, so take me to church. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a staircase here, right? Yeah. Oh, the whistling of the wind through everything. Alright. Hold on to your butts.
Yes, what is it?
Let's form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere. In a long-forgotten discussion. Behind the kitchen table.
I didn't think it was going to tie to my past, but that's cool.
Drinking coffee and smoking. With a friend. And a woman. She was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo as she was smoking.
Sona, it's the origin point of the pail.
What?
The swallow. That's how it starts. It's baby pale.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
That comforts her.
Alright. No, look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave. Then back at you. You have her full, undivided attention.
Hell yeah.
Lieutenants, too.
I'm glad we paid for rhetoric earlier. Okay, so the pale is only in effect. Transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day, when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
Yep, this is one of those places.
According to this, how long...
Until it starts swallowing? It's already started. Starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects, in addition to sound and data?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
I think I've had this thought before, that's how I know.
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Kim.
It is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists.
It didn't form in a church, the church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus.
Oh yeah.
A containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yeah, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area, all the failure in Martinez.
Do you think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of anthroponetic history.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the museum, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No. Oh, I'd see, I'm worried about the kid. Yeah, both of them deserve to know.
Then go tell them.
Okay. One day the world will be, all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
Thanks, Kim.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
The club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah!
Egg, I love you.
Light is on in the universe. It will never go out.
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there. But I had completely forgotten about it ever since.
So they encountered it too.
It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pail right on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
Anthroponetic crosstalk?
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets...
I was not expecting this. It's kind of blowing my tiny mind a little bit.
You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Anytime.
Alright. Holy shit. Okay, I want to see what that new thought is. We're still going to need a clear one to accept it, but... Around your dreams lately, looking for something, tidying up, rearranging, sorting away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in the boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. I might, yeah, I'll probably forget Homosexual Underground because we don't really need it. Okay, so we need to burn a skill point, and then we're gonna need a skill point to Actually, no, it's unlocked, so I can just drop another one in there. Okay. Cool. Like, I already asked Kim about his sexuality, so I don't think we need to hang on to that. Have anything more to chat about? No. So I might still drop one in logic to try and get that, but... Cleaning out the rooms feels natural to for the character progression, too. Alright, Again, Plaisance is an asshole, but I care about Annette, so... I feel like she's got a right to know. Like, hopefully she would make a decision, if there's a decision to be made related to it. Also, can we, okay, I can't retract the gate either. So yeah, that thing about the sign, I guess we can't address any further. Hopefully she's still in. I want to do the dice maker first. I feel like she's going to take it better. We already did the lift. So just that good. It's up and around through here, right? Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
Yeah, well, about that.
I'm listening.
Okay, so there's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
Basically.
She looks outside the window where the night has fallen on the yard.
What? No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that the entire world is doomed.
Just Martinez?
She gives you a rueful smile and takes a look around.
In any case, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome.
It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
I know that feeling. Alright. Let's go freak out Plaisance. I kind of want to search around for... Oh, it's just the basement again. Stairs. Alright. Like, is there like a trap door under here or something? That's the radio. Pretty much done with that. I know we tucked into this corner a little bit. Yeah, it's not a door. I'm surprised we can't take the stuffed bird. Alright. Let's freak this bitch out.